That intro gets better every time.
And we're back.
Ka-chow.
What's up, fellas?
Did you guys know it's hot?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt. That's how you know. And no hat.
Just so I could get warmed up tonight, I actually went out and mowed the yard. I just wanted to make sure that I was ready to sit in the garage for 2 hours.
2?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Leaving for a little bit and coming back, or what?
No, I actually did some work before we jumped on here tonight.
Oh, okay, got you.
Working on his banger 302.
Yes.
Sounds like a real pile of crap.
It's a really nice pile of crap. I love it.
The real peach.
Pistons look new. Bearings look great. What have I got myself into?
Got to be a
Dodger
piece of
stamps.
junk.
This thing's been rebuilt.
Junk.
Dang it. Wish I'd have got the good one. What are you guys doing tonight?
No.
Recording a podcast.
That's it.
Oh, what should we be doing tonight?
What should you be doing tonight?
Oh yeah, probably other stuff.
Working on a secret project. It's right there.
Still a secret. Still a
Still
project.
secret.
Mine's not a secret, but it is still a project.
I mean, I got this still.
Yeah.
But now it's just
How
fun
is-
stuff.
How is that project moving along for you there, Bo?
Beautiful. Now I'm
Beautiful.
I'm more worried about moving my nitrous bottle in a easier spot for me to lean back and open it. That's my new goal, right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
working on. Oh, I know what you're saying. You want to bring up the stumbling issue that I blamed on Holly. That's not Holly's fault.
No, I actually just want to know how everything was going with it. I'm glad to hear it's going well.
You guys have
I
heard this
thought you were
story
still
already.
talking about the secret project. I'm super lost. I was like, why
Yeah,
did
no.
that happen?
Yeah, I can't talk about that anymore.
Why are you?
It's a secret.
That's my Derek Bieri. Okay. So I had issues with the Holly, right? Before I sent it back to Holly to have it fixed. Worked on. Drove my tuner nuts because everything was great other than when you tried to, whack the throttle, it would spit and cough and sputter and acted like a crappy carburetor. Not that all carburetors are crappy, but like a carburetor that is crappy. That's not tuned right. Well, very long story short, I have an arm switch on my dash. I turn it on. It arms the nitrous. It turns on my purge so I can purge. I leave it on. That tells the Holly that, hey, nitrous is on. Holly, so the Holly knows to do its thing, the nitrous tune. So I thought. So I'm going to make this long story. I'm not trying to. Long story short, I've been wrong the whole time. When I flip my arming switch on, it's actually turning the nitrous off. The nitrous is enabled on the Holly all the time. It's set up as a ground switch instead of 12 volt like I have it wired up. So when I turn it on, it turns the Holly turns the nitrous off and disables it. So then when I stomp it on the motor, it pulls timing and adds fuel and does that crap. Right. I never really noticed it on the nitrous because I never got to use the nitrous before. You know what I mean? It didn't do that with the carburetor because I didn't have all that other stuff going on. So yeah, long story short, I just got to change it to 12 volt switch and that will fix that whole issue, I believe.
How hard is that?
It's not hard. It should take about 2 minutes. I just haven't done it yet. Yep.
That's cool.
It's literally a drop down in the Holly tuning software. I go to the nitrous setup, nitrous enable switch, and there's a drop down, ground or 12 volt. I just got to change it to 12 volt and hit save. 12 volt.
12 volt.
12 volt and hit save and push it to the ECU and it's done. And everything should be fine. And then I got to take it back to the tuner because he made all kinds of changes try to get rid of that issue. So he'll be stoked, I think. Or kick me in the junk. I have no idea.
I think this happens more times than anybody can even imagine, because a lot of times with systems like this, we overcomplicate things, and sometimes it's something as simple as a setting.
Well, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah,
and I stumbled across it.
Yeah, most of the time, I'm guessing it is user error in some way. We just go ahead and blame the manufacturer.
Well, unless you have 2 bad injectors and a bad harness in your throttle body.
Yeah, you did.
That's nothing you did wrong. That
was junk. Yeah.
But that being said,
true.
It was fixed.
Yeah.
Customer service was still awesome.
Hey, you're better off now. Boom.
Yeah. Oh man, it runs so much, it drives so much better now. Throttle response is awesome. It even I've said it 100 times. It even sounds different. It just sounds happier. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's awesome.
So props to Holly for that. Good job, guys.
I've said it before. When they work, they're awesome. When they when they're on point. But whenever something goes wacky, that sucks. That's anything.
Well, and we could have sat there all day long and made changes and made changes and made changes and never have spotted that if you hadn't accidentally found a setting to put it up on your screen to tell when the nitrous is armed.
That's all I was doing. I was setting up my own little custom dash to see all the gauges I want to see. And I come across like 7 or 8 different nitrous settings. I'm like, what's this? And I see where it says nitrous enabled, disabled. I was like, what the crap? I can put it on my dash. So as soon as I add it to the dash, it said nitrous is green light, says enabled. No, it's not. I look over at my switch and it was on. So I flipped the switch up to arm it, or flip the switch up to arm it, and it turns it off. So it didn't take me very long to figure that out. That's what the issue was. But it's good now. I mean, I know what's going on.
John's fighting a whole different set of issues as we're rolling towards race week and the possibility of him going.
Possibilities ass is negative, Nelly.
And not only is he going, he's camping out. This is turning into a thing.
Yeah. Those were the best days, the camp days. I'm going to camp. All about it.
Well, I mean, like what we talked about earlier on the phone.
Yeah.
I think the race week people are going to start helping out and kind of facilitating the.
I don't know. Maybe he put out a post asking how many people were gonna camp at this deal, and there was a I thought it was maybe like a dozen of us. I didn't know there were that many people as dumb as me. Turns out there's a lot.
It's like I said earlier, though. Before, people really didn't mind budgeting money for hotels because it was their 1 year drag and drive experience, right?
Man, brother, them deals are expensive.
But I'm just saying, but now with all these more drag and drive events popping up, they're trying to budget to be able to attend other events. And let's just say it how it is. $800 in a week for hotel rooms. I mean, if you want to do more than one event a year, you got to save some money. So if you can camp out for, like I told you, even if you got to go spend a couple $200-$300 on a tent or whatever supplies you need to camp out of your car or whatever, then it's still way cheaper. You buy it one time, take care of it, and it'll last a while.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything so last one we ended up at a couple of places where we couldn't camp. I mean, we could have figured it out, but it was a pain. So we just went to a hotel. But I didn't buy anything to facilitate said camping.
Yeah.
All that crap's in the basement.
See, but is some of this affected by the fact that they have kind of released the route before they should have?
No,
I don't think so.
My camping decision is 100,000% based on the fact that my wife is not going.
I get that.
It's the last week of the month. One of us needs to be at work. She got the short straw, volunteered to stay home and make sure everything went swimmingly there. And I figured if she's not going, our comfort bar just got set a lot lower.
So let's come back around to race week, because we want to talk about that. I know we want to talk about that. But what do you need to get finished before you hypothetically leave?
Hypothetically leave. Leaving Friday.
We just went over this.
We just went over this. So
What do you need to get done before you go out there and kick ass and take big block NA?
yeah, good luck with that. But my goal is to finish, just like every time. But
That has to be the goal.
And
Yeah.
I'm negative? Come on.
yeah, I want to be a finisher. No, I put a new water pump on the car because I really thought I had a low flow issue, because my radiator would get cold, like where the fans are at, it would cool the F out of it, but the motor would still get hot. So I'm like, okay, up my game. I bought a cool EMP Stewart stage 2 aluminum water pump, supposed to outflow any of the other guys making an aluminum water pump, long water pump for a big block mechanical drive. So I just bought it. Cool. And driving around town, it was better. I thought, good. On the circuit, it was good, even with my old water pump. But looking back, I think it was about 15 or 20 degrees cooler on the circuit than it is now.
Definitely was.
So Sunday, went ahead and waited till the last minute. And Sunday, it was like 98 degrees. Jumped on the old highway in the Nova, and boom, here we go. I thought, if it stays under 200, I'm just going to call it a win. If it goes up, I'm going to do something. So it got over 200 degrees. It was running like 210 on the highway. So I brought it home and ordered another radiator that's like 7 inches wider. So yeah. So now to put that in, I got to take all this garbage out, strip my core support, put the transmission cooler in the back of the car under the gas tank, build a new mount for the radiator, notch the frame on both sides. As Bo politely pointed out, oh man.
I think you may have locked up there, John.
Oh,
I know. I look retarded. That's fine. As Bo pointed out, I got to, I don't know how to unlock it.
yeah. It'll catch up in a minute. You're fine.
Yeah.
Roll with it until you finish your point, and then we'll drop you off and pull you back up, see if that fixes it.
As Bo pointed out, I got to change my ladder bars.
Right.
Yeah. Stop messing around with that deal. Do it.
Yeah. Because we wanted to not smash the tires so damn hard.
Yeah.
That's on the list. What else do I got to do? I'm going to tint the windows so I'm not riding
Trans cooler.
in a fishbowl. Got to plumb all new lines of the trans cooler. It's a really easy list.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so let's drop you off, and then we'll
I kind of
Well,
like it like this.
we'll come back on here and we'll talk about race week for a little bit.
I was trying to do.
Let's see here. You're probably gonna have to log back on.
No.
All right, so quick while John's gone,
Yes.
let's talk about something here,
Okay.
and we'll come back around.
Poll the audience. Pagan gold roof or organic green roof on the Fairlane.
Okay, so I want two things. Whoever's listening, please, or whoever's watching, please get in the comments and tell me, do we need to go green or gold on the roof of the Fairlane? And is it better to have a wide radiator or a thick radiator? I need to know.
Some like them thick, and
I'm
some
gonna go
like
with
'em
thick.
wide. I would say thick.
Oh, I feel like I stepped right into that one.
Yeah, I got a nice thick one, but it was only 26 inches wide. And now, man, I bought a 33-inch wide one. So kind of going both.
You really stepped it up. There was a whole new level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's come back to race week. Let's go back to that. So I was looking at the route on race week.
I just want to point out that Fro once again brought up Dragon Drive on the podcast.
Yes. This
Just
is
saying.
what we know. This is what we know. There's going to be fisticuffs. There's going to be a problem.
Who wants
Throw
to meet
down
behind the
in
curtain?
the NWA.
Let's go.
Around here, what they say is meet me at the water tower, and that's where we're going to fight. So
Water tower it is.
the water tower.
Say, meet me at the Walmart. And it just confuses everybody. Looking for hours.
Which one? I
Hey.
go around looking for you.
We're fighting out back of the Dollar General.
Oh, yeah, around here. Yeah, good luck.
All right, so I was looking at the route on race week, and they are going to Mocan.
Whoop, whoop.
But I gotta say, I'm kind of pissed because it's going nowhere near Miami.
Well, I bet you dollars to donuts the route back from Mocan does. I'm fingers crossed that it goes through Miami because that's where my mama lives, and maybe I could get a night in a bed.
From what I'm seeing, the route is going to go north on 169, and you're going to hang a right in, I think, Coffeeville.
You're gonna hang a right and take 400 through Parsons all the way over to basically just go straight a whole bunch and then turn into Mocan.
Yeah, if you go ahead.
Worst case, John, if you don't get a bed, maybe get some of that salsa.
Yeah. Mom's got some bomb ass salsa.
Yeah.
She always has an empty room for me.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, good. Can proceed.
If you've ever driven across Kansas on 400, you know that it's not a real road. It's just a CD that skips. You're going past the same farmhouse and silo about once every 30 miles.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be like leaving Coffeeville. I do wish it was coming closer to home, but that being said, I do want to at least check it out.
I bet Chad releases day next tomorrow, and I bet you that it don't go back down 400.
So where does it go? Where does it go from Mocan?
Back to Tulsa.
Okay.
So like you go 400 to Mocan. Who the hell wants to go 400 back over? Nah, you want to go down through Baxter and Commerce and Miami and Vengita. You want to 66 it back, eh?
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check right now and see if that's up there. But
it's not.
It's not perfect.
No.
That's all I need to know then. But John's gonna be out there
posting those, right? Chad's the one posting those. Oh yeah.
What day is Mocan?
3. So
day 3.
Sunday's Tulsa. Monday is driving to Texas. Tuesday's Enos. Wednesday is Oklahoma City. Thursday is Mocan. Friday back to Tulsa.
Huh.
So I'm guessing Thursday night will be, or Friday drive will be through Miami.
I bet you're right.
I think all the track days are like 3 to 11 or some crap. Like it's a evening deal.
Yeah.
You want to morning it up for your drive.
So they'll be staying in Pittsburgh that night. That's gonna suck.
Pittsburgh.
Ish.
I'd like to think I'd either be staying at Mocan, like depending on how stuff's going, I'd be staying at the track or driving to Mama's. Because I can't imagine. Way, I mean, hell, 66 goes 2 miles from her house.
Yeah.
Bang on, right?
This is true. What's the weather look like for this week? Are you going to be driving through rain?
Stupendous.
It actually doesn't look too bad. It's still going to be hot.
Yeah, as dog balls. It's going to be hot. Yes, I concur.
Yes, another colorful euphemism from John. Let's go ahead and knock out all the drag and drive stuff before we cover anything else. Six Summer, how was it? I didn't keep up with it. I didn't watch it.
You got to be kidding me. What the hell else was on? I didn't know anything else was even on YouTube. What were you doing? Eating pudding and watching pudding?
Maybe.
I like pudding.
I also like pudding.
I watched it, but I didn't keep up with it as much as I normally do because I've actually been pretty hooked up lately. So I haven't been.
Man, that adulting is a BS deal, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. And it seems like I only have to adult whenever there's stuff I really want to do when I don't know. It really conflicts. It really conflicts.
Yeah.
Adulting and what I really want to do.
Yeah, like, I want to take a week off. Somebody light some dynamite and throw it in the work fish bowl. Thanks. Yeah. Karma.
So
the hell did I do?
What happened at Six Summer? Anything cool? Anything that I missed that I can't live without? I know, what was it? Bryant Goldstone was the overall?
Yeah.
That badass javelin of his.
Knocked it out of the park.
Is he going to be at race week?
He is going to be at race week.
Yeah.
I'm going to be banging it out. Meltdown Fireworks going to have work cut out for it.
Can you imagine pushing that car that hard?
Oh my gosh, dude!
What did he end up averaging? Low 640s?
I believe so.
650, something like that.
Let me see if I can find that while you guys talk about this.
Cleater blew up mullet.
Yeah, Cleater blew up mullet. That was fancy. He's always good for blowing something up.
And did you watch the video? Yeah.
God,
he's talking about just going back to the old big block.
Yeah.
Not doing the SMX anymore.
Did you see you watched, seen the pro mod that he's building?
Mm-hmm.
Call it a pro mod.
Oh, I've been following
legit
Cameron Johnson race cars.
The Bald Eagle.
Yeah.
That deal's. You followed what? Sorry, I cut you off.
It's Cameron Johnson race cars, CJRC.
Yeah.
They're building. So I've been watching that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a legit
full all titanium. I mean, crazy stuff. 69
Goldstone average 660.
660. Okay. He ran a 640 though.
He definitely went 640.
Yeah. Alex Taylor finished one. That was cool. They seem to have had they pushed their crap pretty hard. I like for mine to be about half dialed. I'm not pushing it near as fast. I want to be able to just do my thing and then go sit and have some cold snacks and watch other people do stuff.
So can I get into something that maybe a little bit political?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm asking for permission on this. Okay, so I was reading a post from Dennis Taylor.
Yeah.
They were having problems with the 55. They were doing some work on it. They were doing some testing. And he was testing, I believe they were testing the two-step on it or something like that. and somehow managed to do it directly in the middle or directly at the start of the national anthem at the track.
That's just unhealthy.
Well, and Dennis Taylor posted a huge apology. It was a big deal for him. He wanted to let everybody know that it was an accident. This is the type of thing that happens. If he'd have known that it was the anthem, he wouldn't have been trying to test out whatever they were testing out in the pits. You could tell it was something that he definitely had a problem with the fact that he did it. Now, I didn't bring this up as like a topic of something for us to debate back and forth about, but I thought that was a pretty damn big deal to go on there and apologize for something that 7 out of 10 racers have done at one point or another.
Listen, there's nothing to debate. I mean, I don't know Mr. Taylor personally. You know what I mean? Watch the videos, watch the content or whatever. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would purposely, I don't give a crap if what's playing, I'm going to check two-step. It was an accident. No, and the fact that he's got to go on social media and defend himself because somebody's ran their mouth about it. Of course. Just beat him down verbally for doing that. You know what I mean?
Somebody talked
like, the fact that I feel like even if nobody said anything, he would probably still apologize. I don't know the guy personally. He just seems like the kind of guy that would do it. You know what I mean? But it just sucks knowing that I bet you there was someone that just ran their mouth over an accident,
I don't know him, but we did shoot the shit outside of a Buc-ee's one time for 10 or so minutes. And he didn't seem like the kind of guy that would do something like that.
Well,
he seemed like a genuine good dude that was just there to do hot rod stuff and hang out with other hot rod people and apparently be pretty good at it.
Yeah, I don't see him like America sucks and then like hail Satan and run away. I don't think he's the kind of guy to do something like that.
But I did. I thought it was a really awesome thing that he went out and made the apology, even if it was from somebody talking crap. It's a statement on who they are as racers, who they are as far as being respectful. To go out on social media and actually say, hey man, we're sorry, we screwed up. Keith Turk runs a lot of those events, and
my nephew.
Yeah. Keith Turk was the one who came over and was like, hey, stop it. So it was. I just thought it was kind of a cool deal that he came out and just said that. Didn't want to bicker about it. Didn't want to argue about it. Just wanted to bring it up and just say I thought it was pretty cool of him.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. He seems like a pretty good guy. That would feel bad. I know I would feel bad for it.
Yeah.
All right. So last week we missed Six Summer. Last week we missed the Power Tour. It was within like 4 hours of John's house. He could have went and saw it.
Man, I was busy.
That happens.
Anything, but I felt pretty busy.
That happens, but I do still want to go to a big car show. One of our friends of the show went to a big car show.
Sweet. Look at that.
It's weird because he took his drag and drive car to a car show.
I know. One of the best drag and drive cars I know of went to a car show like 1,000 miles away.
And where was this at?
The car show. Can't find it. Oh, here we go.
I was going to pull it up for you.
Well, it's
All-Star Dents Dragon Main in Clovis, New Mexico. This is little buddy Brit. Went to what turns out to be a ginormous car show and car cruise in Clovis, New Mexico. That's where his wife's family resides. So he drug his drag and drive car.
He doesn't know it's a drag and drive car yet, but it is.
Man, So excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh my head.
Like that, Bill. Don't nobody hurt yourself. You don't want to loosen your belt. That thing it's basically exactly like my car. Only it's got really nice wheels.
I mean, if you squint, yeah.
A killer paint job. Super nice interior.
I can't squint that hard.
Pro Charged LS combo. Really nice stance. It's a better year, but other than that, same car.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm joining him in this win. He got a trophy for this deal, but no, that legit is a nice car.
Yeah,
and super fast. He can drag and drive that deal because he drives the snot out of it. Like it's just go drive.
Does he have a 4L80 in that?
He does. 4L80 with a brake.
It's perfect.
Pro Charge, Mike Lau, 406, I think. Tuned on E85. It probably cries itself to sleep at night because it don't get to do drag and drive events.
Yeah.
Like that's the
That
kind
would
of
make
car
sense.
that would cry itself to sleep because of that.
That would make sense. So we need to have him on the show to talk about this car.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a good story.
Among other things. Yeah. Yep.
Or we can just go hang out with him this weekend.
Boom. Man, a guy could.
Street Machine Nationals this weekend in DuQuoin, Illinois. Not too far from Doherty over there. If I didn't think he was going to be camping out in a field waiting for him to call his number at race week, I'd say let's head that way.
Man, I'm basically next.
You got to be close.
27 got called up yesterday, and I'm 35. I'm in there like swimwear.
Like that?
No, like
Okay.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Change your hand gestures, man.
I'm so excited. Jazz hands. I'm just so excited.
Now, if you're not wanting to go to the Street Machine Nationals in DuQuoin, Illinois, which I understand completely, but I want to go to DuQuoin.
I will say that's the only place you can see carburetors on a supercharger piped up to another supercharger on a supercharger on a small block Chevy.
I hate it.
Man,
I hate
Very,
that.
very
Be there
possible.
in
He had
person.
305.
Go to what is that, like Pro Street Alley, or what do they call that? Is it Pro Street Alley?
It is Pro
Go
Street
down Pro
Alley.
Street Alley and just look at all them cool like there's blower surge stumbling on blower surge. It's just so cool in person, and it's just big damned Hot Wheels.
Just one big blower is cool.
Yeah. Well, what would be cooler than one? More than one.
Another
Stack
car
three
with
of-
another big
stack-
blower on it.
Stack three of them deals up on top of each other.
The last time I went, there was a Cadillac that I remember reading about in magazines when I was like 14 years old, and they had it fired up and basically checking it, pulling a Harley Davidson guy and making sure they cleared it out real good.
Got cleared out.
Right before my minor heat stroke, I can remember almost having a heart attack because of that. So there's a lot of cool stuff in Pro Street Alley, and we looked at some pictures of some of that stuff the other night, where you had like two carburetors mounted on top of tubes about a foot in front of the supercharger, but they were piped through turbos, and it's like all of those cars are wild. All of those cars are 1992 XS. You're going to see Pro Street Berettas. You're going to see old Novas. You're going to see a lot of really cool stuff.
You're going to see a whole row of kitschy, crazy crap, and then the whole rest of the fairgrounds of
Show cars.
just, yeah.
I guess there's about 3,700 other kinds of cars I'd want to build. before I get so bored. I'm like, let's put 3 blowers and 4 turbos on this small block.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Probably makes 300 horsepower.
It makes 300 horsepower.
Oh,
And you
such a
cannot drive
pain
it
to-
anywhere past 1,200 RPM.
Yeah.
They can't tune it.
A fairgrounds cruiser just made to make kids giggle.
I get it, man. I get it.
Kids from 8 to 80 are giggling over that deal.
I think I'm just jealous that I haven't got the coin to do something like that.
That might be. You're not wrong.
Like I said, 3 of those blowers on one of those cars.
Yeah, let's
There's
go
more
make
money
3
in those
cars
3
fast.
blowers than I have in my entire car.
Yeah.
Probably 2 of those blowers. Let's be honest. Maybe 3. If we're talking to my wife, it's 1.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to go to the Street Machine Nationals, Tulsa this weekend, the Route 66 Road Fest, you're looking at about 300 cars that are going to be inside the what used to be the Expo Square Pavilion. Now it's the SageNet Center.
The what?
The
The SageNet Center.
hell's
Yeah, I don't know either.
Did you say SageNet?
Yes.
Is that like a sister
You're
company?
focusing on the wrong part of the story.
Okay, my bad. Let's carry on. I didn't
But
know
that'll be
that
a nice
was
indoor
early.
show, air conditioned. That'll be a good one to go to if you just can't handle the heat, which the older I get, the more I can't. Look that up online, Route 66 Road Fest. They've been posting up on Facebook all week, getting everybody ready for this show.
What kind of shirt are you wearing? What is that?
Spirit
Talking to
Halloween.
me?
Yeah.
No, it's not Spirit Halloween. So there used to be a semi-pro hockey team in Springfield, Missouri called the Springfield Spirit. This shirt is way older than my Chief and Sean Show shirt, which could vote and buy beer. So this one's older.
Oh,
Okay.
still fits.
I just grabbed something. I was sweaty. I'm sorry.
No apologies. I just didn't know. It's
So what
been
else do we
confusing.
need to?
Hey,
I thought it said Spirit Halloween.
But
did you guys get anything good for Father's Day?
John,
Got it.
fire into this one.
John got a radiator.
got a steak dinner and a 33-inch Griffin radiator.
That's a hell of a Father's Day gift.
Also, I mean, we could parlay those into Father's Day and say I also got a set of control arms for the Nova.
It's true.
Well, I thought I was going to brag. I got a really nice creeper and a 30 pack. So, and I'm stoked about it still.
That's
Yeah.
it's a pretty awesome Father's Day haul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. What else do we need to get into before we break it? We're way too early to break into marketplace here.
Part of my Father's Day gift right here.
Creeper and a 30-pack.
Creeper's right here.
Yeah.
Can't beat a good creeper.
No,
No.
we had a conversation about Pro Street the other day. We're not going to talk about that.
We're going to go back into that.
Yeah.
So Pro Street.
That's why I asked you guys, if you were going to build a Pro Street car right now, would you build a normal old 90 model Pro Street build, or would you do a modern Pro Street? And what would it be?
If it were me, I would want the full late 80s, early 90s treatment.
Snorkel hood and all.
I would probably go. No, I wouldn't go snorkel hood. I would go with exposed blower. Like you would have to have the exposed supercharger, the bug catcher or the bird catcher, old school hat on top of that. The biggest point of contention with me is what car would it be? Because at that point, like I was an avid reader of Hot Rod Magazine, and at the point when that got big the first time, there were some really cool cars that were out there, and it was cars that you look back at now and you really wouldn't think that they're cool at all. And I mentioned one of them earlier, the Chevy Beretta. Like there's nobody on this earth who goes, man, I sure wish I could get my hands on a Chevy Beretta. Like it just doesn't work.
What about
Like
like an 80, what about like an 87 Tempo?
I don't like. I've seen what an 87. I've seen what an 87 Tempo looks like with a hood scoop. I'm gonna pass.
That was an
I would probably. I would probably go with something. Say what?
Are you talking about Travis's Escort with the big Pro Scoop
Yes.
on it? That was horrible.
Yes. I would probably go with. I've seen a couple for sale on Facebook on Marketplace. I had an '89 Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais, and it was one of my favorite cars that I really ever had. And there were some guys back in the '90s who pro streeted those. I think I would go that direction and go with some hot pink and some pastel blue and Convo Pros. Call it good.
I'd run Convo Pros right now.
Hey,
I love Convo Pros.
Does anybody else have saved searches in their Facebook Marketplace?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because for years, Convo Pros have been a saved search in mine,
I love
just in case the right wheel size pops. I almost bought a set of fronts the other day just in case a set of rears come up.
Convo Pros and rod lights. I like rod lights.
Yeah, I want
Rod
Convo
lights are a
Pros.
great wheel.
Get you a set of Convo Pros. I want to find a set of 15 by 12s, mail them to MacFab beadlocks, get them beadlocked because that looks sweet. Not that I need them. I'm not a horsepower guy that needs a
They
beadlock.
look really cool though.
But it looks cool. What's your car, Bo?
Thunderbird.
Pro Street Thunderbird?
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Like a 90.
So are you going to do it basically just like Matt and Debbie Hayes' car?
Yeah. Minus that ugly ass hood. I'm either with you. I'd go exposed blower or I'd have to put a Sunoco style hood on it. More a modern hood.
I couldn't get down with a Sunoco hood just because of the modernness.
But that's the thing. It's a modern Pro Street car. I do
Yeah.
a Coyote
Really?
with a Whipple. Coyote with a Whipple and a Sunoco.
Yeah.
And that's my modern.
What year Thunderbird?
Like a, 88 to
94.
94. Yeah.
Kind
Like,
of the
or
94.
a Cougar, the old Cougars.
Mm.
Those body styles.
The quarter
502.
glass that had little
Yes.
swoop.
Yes. It's all Fox body platform. But yes.
Sexy car.
Yes.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen one of those Cougars in like 20 years.
Oh, they're cool.
No, yeah.
What happened to all those things?
Man, you know what I seen the other day? A Z24 Cavalier. $500.
That would work. That would work for a
Needs
Pro Street.
transmission. I was thinking needs transmission's ass. It needs a big block and a 4L80.
So, John, what's your Pro Street build other than the Nova directly behind you?
This sexy critter isn't Pro Street. I get another one just like it and do a Pro Street, but legit, I would probably just third gen Camaro. That Pro Street stance, steamrollers, really banging interior, big block, blower. Got to be the tallest. The air intake has to be the tallest portion of the car.
So you're talking the IROC years, right?
Yeah. What? No, dang. Yeah, IROC years.
I love it. I love it. No, I think, and Hot Rod's been doing a couple stories about how Pro Street is on its way back. I would love to see it. Pro Street was kind of the most pointless era there was.
Yeah.
because it was very. You'd almost have to call it Australian because it wasn't about power. It wasn't about speed. It was about just looking good, doing what you're doing.
Let's
Some of
have
those guys
ridiculous blower surge and idle everywhere we go. Yeah.
All right,
There you
A
go.
Beretta?
That's it.
Pro Street car.
Oh, a
Yep,
Thunderbird.
Says it right in the description.
Yep. It says Bo's Pro Street car.
Yeah. I thought I seen that.
I just got to go get it.
Yeah.
I will
right.
say this: when I went to Ford Fest last year, I called Bo and had to actually tell Bo, like, I started falling in love with Fox Body Thunderbirds. Like, those cars are really cool looking. It upsets me how much I was enjoying that.
Our buddy Chris Pugh had a decent one.
I never
long
saw
time
that
ago.
one.
It was white. Yeah, it was nice. It was clean.
I'll be darned. I did not know that. I need to see more of those, to be honest with you. What else do we need to touch on before we get into Marketplace? Or do you want to go ahead and get into it now?
Whatever. If
In my notes.
Hey, if you leave it up to me and John, we're going to talk more about Drag and Drive because there's a whole lot going on right now.
Isn't there, though? It's so exciting.
It is.
I'm fine with talking about Drag and Drive. I've got a section on here right now. The only thing left on my notes, I got a couple of notes I added just for the end.
Well, let's hear it. Let's talk
The
about
only thing I have left in my notes is Steve from Smoke Meats and Mini Trucks and John need to fight. So we're gonna meet at the water tower. And other than that, I have nothing else other than breaking straight into Marketplace. Now, before we break into Marketplace, I will say this. I watch stuff on YouTube that these guys don't necessarily watch, and I was watching the Sleeper Dude channel last night, and I have to ask you guys a question. So the Sleeper Dude channel is fairly well known for his love of Ford Fairmonts. So his latest episode, he purchased a Ford Fairmont from Steve Magnante.
right.
So it's Steve Magnante's Funny Fairmont. It is an altered wheelbase car. He moved the front axle forward about 4 inches and made it a straight axle. He moved the rear axle forward almost a foot. It has a 4.6 liter fuel injected with the Hillborn style stacks running down through it. It is a very cool car. And if you watch any Motor Trend, there was a series that they released during COVID that was called Working From Home, where he actually gets into a lot of detail on that car. So I thought it was really cool that the car was kind of featured again. I don't necessarily think it's cool that Steve Magnante had to sell his car, and I don't think I could buy it because I don't think I could finish it to the level that he would want it finished at. I feel bad for the guy because he is going through some health issues, but at the same time, like, I don't know that I could take that car off his hands. I don't think I could finish it the way he wants it. Do you guys think you could take that car?
I mean, if I was to buy that car, I would finish it how I wanted to finish it.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to sound like a total jerk, but I'm not going to buy a car from someone else and then ask them how they want me to finish it for them. That's my
Right.
junk now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I just hate the idea that the guy would have to sell it. I can't imagine going through a health scare, going through some kind of health issue and having to unload all of my projects.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would do something drastic so I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I do a slip and fall in a Walmart. You know what I mean?
Sell somebody a kidney.
Yeah.
Sell somebody a kidney. That's
know.
The worst part would be if we had to sell all our crap for what we said we paid for it.
Choo.
Yeah.
That'd have to be a bundle deal. I'd have to bundle it all together. I don't know.
I don't know.
That
I
place
just
in
don't think
Kansas
I
City,
could.
they're still buying testes. You know, maybe one of those would have to go.
So you're saying there's a chance.
$60,000 from what I hear.
That has gone up in the last 20 years, hasn't it?
Man, everything has. Go buy a beefy 5-layer burrito. Can't get that deal for $1.50 anymore.
That's $4.59 now.
Yeah. Damn. You know what hasn't gone up? Man, I hope I don't jinx that.
Oh, man.
Oh, I hope you get to experience the joy that is a $9 pack of cigarettes. Anyway, let's get into Marketplace. John, the font is too small. Huh?
I said, dun.
My glasses are in the truck. I'm going to be crap.
I feel like it's only fitting that I read this one
I feel like you should.
Get it.
because I love Mustang, guys. You know this. Mustangs, guys. That sounded weird. I don't like Mustang guys.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Mustang
I mean,
guys.
they're cool. I'm one of them.
No, you be you, man. You be you.
Okay, farmer friend. Let's go. But this is the worst Mustang ever made. 1978 Mustang King Cobra. $30,000. Custom paint job. It's tinted. I'm assuming the windows. Maybe the paint. It's custom paint. Could be tinted. Custom interior, roughly 108,000 miles. Motor has 2,000 miles on the build. So 1968 through 2 block, board 30 over, forged flat top pistons, 10.5 compression, 10.5 to 1. Didn't say it. 351 heads, mild porting, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading all that silly junk. Okay.
There's a bunch of cool stuff done to the motor.
Cam lifters, rockers, custom link push rods, designed for 302 block and 351 heads. Torquer manifold, 650 Holly carb, 9-inch with 350 gears, modified C4, B&M race kit, Champion radiator, K&N air filter. It says Glimmer, but I think it means Glimmer or Gilmer.
Gilmer.
Fancy LED headlights, front drag shocks.
That's fancy.
What else?
I love it.
Gearhead brake kit upgrade, 9-inch to 11-inch plus 2 drop spindles, whatever that means. Ratchet shifter, and now he throws in the Holly carb number. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Yada yada yada. It's got louvers pass.
It's got louvers.
But man, look at the stance.
That's the coolest. That's the cool shot right there. That's a money shot, as John would say.
Should have made this the first picture and then not put any more pictures.
Yeah, that'd be way better. Way better.
I'd probably call, except for I can see the headlights looking stupid.
Look at those headlights. Those are horrible.
Those are custom LED headlights.
Yeah. You got fancy headlights. Whatever. I bet you they're awesome at night.
King Cobra. Hey, the valet opens that and he's just like, whoa. I'm gonna let you park your own car.
Okay, hold on. Quick question.
Just leave it right here in the front.
Quick question. What's in that console right now?
Sorry.
What's in the console?
There's
nothing you don't need a medical card to get.
There's a White Snake tape and a one hitter.
Oh man, there might be. Hey,
I will say this.
Got Google?
This car's pretty awesome. It's pretty clean. I love that shifter. It's what I got in the wagon.
Yeah.
This car's super nice, man. It just happens to be.
I think this is another one that falls into your category there, Bo.
talented.
It is a
people build-
really
It's
nice
nice.
car. A lot of work put into it, but why?
Talented
There are-
people with bad taste.
with bad. Man, I love Mustangs. I just said this, but this is like one of the worst years, man. It's rough.
All right.
Very nice and very clean. Seems like
It is
pretty
really
well
nice.
built car.
Needs to go down in the back, get some tires with some sidewalls.
But that's what they're back in the 78. That's what you wanted it to look like, or in the 80s. That was
You want
that
it
was
shackled
it.
up?
So it's period correct or whatever. Now
Got that stance, that King Cobra stance.
the stance.
I
I'm gonna guess I'd rather have this car already.
Yeah.
shall read this one. We'll run through it real quick. 78 Ford Fairmont Futura, $8,900. 78 Ford Fairmont Futura Fox body. Let's find another word that has an F in it. Classic 30250 V8 with GT40 heads, port matched intake, C4 transmission, new Holley carb, new wheels and tires. This car sounds fantastic with the new exhaust, yet it still has the factory catalytic converters, 5-lug conversion, 4-wheel disc brakes, 8.8 rear end with 31 spline axles with posi. Largest Mustang sway bar available for, yeah, it's too small. Mustang front. New shocks and air shocks in the rear. I would drive it anywhere. Very well maintained car. Absolutely no rust. Interior is in incredible original condition. I'm not positive this isn't one of our friends' cars, but let's get into the pictures here. I think this car may have been traded in.
It might be.
It's clean.
Mustang wheels. It is clean.
Is it parked on a decked over pit?
I believe so.
Oh, nice.
Man, if I had a pit, I wouldn't deck it over. I'd use that deal.
A
Yeah.
lot of faith in those 2x4s.
Right.
Man, that's nice interior.
Is it weird that I would rather have this car than the 78 Mustang?
No, I think you're in
Okay.
good company.
Okay.
I like the interior. Basically, just
Man.
pictures to show you how solid this car is. This is a grandma fresh car.
Hope you got a big trunk. 'Cause I'm gonna put my bike in it.
Clean motor, looks like a lot of factory work, but it does list it as having GT40 heads, so somebody has gone through it and had the common decency to put it back the way it was. This is just another reason why I kind of think I may know the guy who used to own this car.
Is that an adjustable proportioning valve in the brake line going over the other side?
That is a good question.
Ah.
How do you spot this stuff?
The side-
I don't know. It may be a factory proportioning valve.
Nah. Look at the size of that solenoid. That's the hell is that?
Are you looking at the one? Are you looking at the one down below the master cylinder, or the one with the knob over by the passenger side hood hinge?
There's a over by the passenger side hood hinge.
I see it.
It looks like it's in a brake line.
Yes,
then-
it does.
And then that's a giant solenoid. What's the heck? You got to have that deal for.
Oh, that's common on Ford. That's pretty
Really?
normal. Yeah,
Man.
but no, it is
Yeah, that's-
rear disc brakes. So yeah, it's an adjustable proportioning valve. It has to be.
Cool.
All I'm saying is you move that battery and you got room for a yin yang spinny thing right there.
Yeah.
It could be a very fun car.
Yeah.
So far we're voting on this instead of the King
Yeah.
Cobra.
So far, this one takes the cake. No King Cobra for me.
King
Taking
Cobra's
the
nice.
Fairmont.
It's super nice, but I don't
Very
know.
well built.
Fairmont looks super cozy inside. Oh, this one has very few words and big font. Dibs.
Just for you, sweetheart.
59 Rambler American, 4,800 dull hairs. This is a 1959 Rambler American on a full tube chassis with clear title, Mustang 2 type front, needs finished, new 17-inch wheels. Man, I don't think it needs 17-inch wheels though. Look at that. Just look at it.
That's
Man, I think that's a sexy little car. That's a hot rod right there.
I don't know that I'd paint it. I think I would I'd clear
wouldn't.
coat that deal.
I put a windshield in it.
How much does that cost?
Drive.
You know it's
Yeah.
you know
What's
it's
that windshield cost?
You
Can't
know
call
it's
Safe Flight
spending.
for that deal. Yeah,
It is unfinished. Some of the floor pans are not in there.
Yeah,
But yeah, aside from that pricey windshield, I'd probably still just throw a tarp over this and roll it.
good bones.
I like it.
It's got good bones.
I
like
like it. You know how bad I want to power wash that car though? Oh, that'd be so
Man,
bad. I'd do it for free.
on the inside and the outside,
Oh yeah, I do that deal for free.
no
There
doubt.
were no pictures of the dash. I really wanted to see pictures of the dash.
I want to see pictures of it doing wheelies off the
Man,
line.
that's good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it is strapped down, but still.
I would probably have to change the wheels. This one was not a marketplace ad. This one was sent to me by you fellers, and I wanted to make sure that the font was big enough so John could continue reading.
1963 Chevy 2 Nova drag car. No motor, no transmission. Needs brake lines run from front to back. New Wildwood disc brakes on front. Original front end. Has painless wiring control box. Just needs wiring. Adjustable seat with new safety belts. Lexan glass for doors. 12-bolt rear end with spool and 456 gears. 14x31 Goodyear Racing slicks on weld wheels. Ladder link suspension bars with QA1 coilover shocks. New fuel pump and fuel cell. New front tires and wheels. Good paint and body conditioning. Was a project car. Just don't have means or time to finish. Before we move on, I would like to point out, if anybody's planning on running an ad, notice how many periods and capital letters this feller used.
This is what
I've
you
come
get.
to find-
Educated
If you
fellow.
have that many thoughts, you need that many periods. Just saying. Good punctuation, brother. Good job.
I have been told that the amount of punctuation and capitalizing that Gen X uses is widely considered passive aggressive. But yes, I agree with you.
Let's see this deal. Look at that.
Woo! Hate the hood.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be something.
Man,
I guess we throw that away.
It is a very dated hood.
Yeah, it is.
listen, there's people that love that hood, and that's fine.
There's
Yeah.
people that love that hood.
I can still be friends with people that love that hood. It's not that bad. But for me, wouldn't have it.
Man, them
Look.
some steamrollers out back, eh?
Look at the lip on that back wheel. My
Oh,
God.
man, that's so cool.
Man.
There's only one car I've seen recently that I wouldn't do anything to. And we talked about this.
It's true.
And that's Brit's car. I wouldn't do nothing to it. Well, John,
Well,
you're right. There's one thing.
There's one.
One thing.
Feller needs an 850 cert cage so he can run it out the back door.
Yep, that's it though. Other than that, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
All right,
Once
back to this
again.
animal.
Man, this is just a clean specimen. Just get something like this. Throw your powertrain in it.
What's the price on this one?
Finish it out like you want it.
at the risk of making both of you angry,
10 grand.
It didn't have a price.
Serious? No way.
It had a price. Let me see if I can find the price. Hold on. Because I know there was a price on it. But I don't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh.
10 grand.
John's not going to find it for me.
It was 10 grand, right?
No, I just found it. It was 10 grand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's in Pulaski, VA.
That would be
Pulaski,
Virginia.
VA.
It's a lot of consonants, not near enough vowels.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we didn't go as long as we normally go, but I'm sure there's something you guys want to throw in here.
I mean, no.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
If not, you're going to force me to do this.
Did you guys see what I just sent you?
The Pathfinder?
Yeah, I don't know if I hate it or love it.
I don't love it for sure.
I'm just going to name drop right now. Griggs, I know you've probably already seen this, but I feel like you might like this deal.
It seems a bit much. That's a lot of windows, man.
It looks like the Millennium Falcon.
It seems a bit much.
Just not as fast.
I will say this now, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, I am putting that on Marketplace so that you don't have to look at John's phone.
Yeah. It seems a bit much.
That is a sneak peek. That's something that is definitely going to be in next week's feed.
It seems a bit much, so probably perfect for one of you mini trucker guys.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shots have been fired at the smoked meats and mini truck guys.
See, all that means that I don't know if I hate it, so I'm still.
Man,
I started life as a mini truck guy, so I can't.
If you have to either love it or hate it and can't be a tweener, I don't love it.
Don't put me in that position.
I don't love it.
I will say something. I'll say something you guys don't want to hear.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
I'll fill in a couple windows and make it look better.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so what were you going to say? You're threatening to say something? Let's hear it.
I'm just gonna wrap the show up on this. That way we can just be done, because I know John's just dying to break out. Everybody love everybody. Did you guys see today that Joe Elmore passed away?
What?
Yeah, Joe Elmore passed away.
What?
John has no idea who Joe Elmore is. So, for anybody who doesn't know who Joe Elmore was, if you watch Power Nation in the 90s, back in the Cam and Dean era, Joe
era.
Yeah, there's Chuck
and Joe were the hosts on Horsepower TV, and Joe Elmore passed away today, and it blows my mind how much TV I watched with that guy on it. And to see that pop up today just really sucked. So
that's crazy.
I don't no, yeah, that I know who that is, you tool.
Dear Cam and Dean.
Dear Cam and Dean.
Why are you two?
There was a time. There was a time when we were all a little more childish, when we actually wanted to write letters into Power Nation and ask the questions that everybody needed to ask.
Oh, I did it. They just never aired it.
If you were ever forced through a half hour of Cam and Dean, we're sorry.
There's a Power Nation channel.
I know. I'm not going to get into this right now, but yes.
If I turn that TV on right now, it's on Power Nation.
Yes.
I've been because it gets so like I got to keep finding the next YouTube video.
Where do you find? Where's that at?
Okay. John's going to explain this the hard way. I'm going to explain this the easy way.
Just buy a smart TV. It's right there.
Roku.
Okay.
If
Smart
you get
TV.
Roku, and on every Roku, there's a live TV option. You
Yeah.
scan down to like station, I think 324 or something like that, and it pulls up Power Nation. Like at any given time of the day, there are like 3 channels right there together that I pay attention to, and that's Top Gear UK, and it's nothing but Top Gear UK.
Right.
Power Nation, and then there's the Motor Trend Fast channel.
Yep.
And they repeat episodes about every 3 hours. But if you got Roku, go try the live TV and go check that out.
It's on your Roku devices. It's on your Samsung devices. That's the same channels. Also watch the NHRA TV. You can watch like 80s NHRA races.
Yes.
All day long in your garage. Yeah. But yeah, I watched the was it the Engine Power guys build a Fairmont this weekend. They were going.
There's always
street
cool
race.
stuff going on there.
I know which one you're talking about, and I don't like those hosts.
Really?
I don't.
You're not into.
It's a younger guy named Mike, right?
Oh, it's a dude with all the pocket protectors. Oh, what's his
Yeah,
ass?
him and like
Pat-
a younger guy named
Pat
Mike.
Topolinsky.
Pat.
Yeah,
Pat with the long name. Pat pocket protector-insky.
It's like watching him when they dyno a motor is like watching Tony Angelo when he first test drives a car. He's like, this thing is a rocket, and then it makes 290 horsepower. Like, stop it. He's like, this thing is a freaking missile. Let's get it on the dyno. It made 292 horsepower. Shut up. I like Tony Angelo and I watch all his content. I do. But some of the junk he put, they just get so excited over slow shit.
Now we have found a way to hit a nerve with Bo. So next week, we're going to talk about
Next week,
old
Tony
Power
Angelo?
Nation shows. We're going to talk about old Power Nation shows and that Nissan.
In order for me to be like, well, that's cool, I need it to be better than this turd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
I don't know. Just not impressed.
Don't show me what that 300 6-cylinder made.
This thing's a rocket.
You spent
Missile.
most money per horsepower for a 300 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder that has ever been made. Good job.
Like, we just made 317 horsepower on 32 degrees of timing. Can you believe that? 32. We should have 4 more degrees to go. Maybe 5. Let's be safe.
All right. Now that we've offended everyone.
All right. Sorry.
I mean, there's still somebody out there.
John, I'll see you in town this weekend. Meet us at the Water Tower. Best of luck getting into race week. Bo, we're missing
I'm in.
Bo, we're missing the Street Machine Nationals and race week.
Yeah.
On that note, everybody, thank you and good night.
See ya.
Everybody love everybody.